Good morning. Today I was watching a program that had to do with senior wellness, and it was the focus of it was fall in love with your life. And I always say that I love my life and I'm happy, but these were very good points on how to make me feel more content and more accomplished. So I thought I'd share it with you. So let's get started. The first one is wake up early and enjoy a sunrise. Something so simple that will just make you feel so good in the morning. We in Rockport have this big window behind me, and it faces the Gulf of Mexico. And so we see the sunrise every day over the water. And I cannot tell you the difference it makes in our morning. We always just kind of look at each other and smile and just enjoy God's creation, and it's just a special moment. So I thought that was a good one. The next one is make your bed. There's a visual clutter if your bed is unmade, and so a good way to start your day is just to make your bed and feel that just little bit of accomplishment to get you started for the day. Another one is set your intentions for the day. I have always said that I am the architect of my reality. Every day that I wake up, I decide who I'm going to be, what I'm going to do, and it's good to set an intention for your day so that you know what direction you're going to go and then follow through with it. Another thing is to speak kindly to yourself. You know, so many times we find fault. I think we're our worst enemies. We find fault in things that we do, or we feel like we're falling short of our goals and that type of thing. And I think it is a good point to just be kind to yourself and speak kindly to yourself. Another thing is just the simple enjoyment of a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. In the morning, I get up very early, but in the morning, I like to turn on the news and have my tea and just see what's going on in the world. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not so good, but it is a way that I like to start my day. Another thing that Alan and I try to do every day is take a walk. And in the RV park, that takes it up a level because we can't take a walk without running into a lot of people that we know. And it's just so refreshing to have a minute with them, see how their day going, and maybe catch a little bit of gossip on the way. That happens. So another thing is make it a point to talk to your friends and family. Sometimes a good way to start your day is just to make a phone call or stop over and visit with a friend or a neighbor. And that always improves your mood as far as I'm concerned. I think it's very important to learn something new every day, whether that's on the news, whether that's a new hobby or a new game to help you with your memory loss and that type of thing, but learn something new every day. One thing that I think is difficult for a lot of people is we don't always eat right or take our vitamins or minerals that we need. And that's very important to maintain our everyday wellness. And so I am trying very hard to live a very healthy lifestyle. I took 40 pounds off 5 years ago and I've maintained it to with a pound or two. And so I'm very proud of that, but I still know that there's other things that I need to do and improve on as far as taking my vitamins and other nutritional things that would help it a little bit more even. Something that I'm an advocate for is to show gratitude. And that is probably the main focus of my existence, is I am so grateful for everything in my life, for the people in my life, for the experiences I've had, for God's blessings. And that is just a focus that I have in my life, and perhaps you feel the same way. Surround yourself with people that lift you up. Nothing can bring you down more than talking to a friend or a family member that is rude or puts you down or finds fault in you. Find people that uplift you, that make you smile, that make you laugh, and that are so important in your life. Something that I know seniors struggle from a lot is getting enough sleep. And studies have shown that if you get less than 5 hours of sleep a night, then it can have some pretty critical problems. And I know it's difficult. Most of the friends I have say I have trouble getting to sleep, or I wake up in the middle of the night, can't get back to sleep. So I know it's a challenge. However, we need to make whatever efforts we can to speak with our doctor, or to get medication to help us, or to have a different routine. Investigate how to get a better night's rest. Drink enough water. Hydrate yourself. I am so guilty of this. I'll have a couple cups of tea, and then I often forget to hydrate myself. And I need to do better at that, because it does make a difference in your physical well-being. Sometimes we find ourselves overwhelmed, and it's good to just take a break and get your mind off the subject, and then come back to it when you're in a better state of mind. And I think that is good advice. Do something creative, whether it's a hobby or a new game that you're playing that improves your memory, or it's a physical game like paddleball, or anything that you think that will just energize you. I think is just a really, really good thing to do. And another thing that goes along with physical, you have to move your body, whether that's taking a walk, or doing exercises, maybe chair yoga. You have to move your body. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And I have found that at the age of 75, that it's becoming more difficult for me to get around. And so I'm working hard to try to rectify that. So the last thing is, forgive yourself for not being perfect. I think that that's important. I think that God created all of us. We all have a gift. We all have things that we excel at, but we're not perfect. No one is perfect. And so I think it's important for you to just remember how important you are to people, and that you have a purpose in this life. So as I said, I thought that this was good points on how to fall in love with your life. And I'm going to implement these in my life on a daily basis. I may need to keep my list and try to accomplish all these things, but every single thing on this list can improve our lives and make our lives better. So for today, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.